Hiya Jane, well done on the session. Hope you found it helpful. Just going to run through a couple of points now we discussed regards to the short game or the chipping from the side of the green there. In terms of the clubs, there's a variety of options we can take. We could use a pitching wedge, a 9, an 8 or a 7. What these clubs will give us are slightly different kind of ball flights and therefore rolls. So the more lofted club, the one you've got here now in your hand, the pitching wedge, would send the ball a bit higher. Therefore when it lands, it would have a lot less roll, compared to say maybe a 7 iron or an 8 iron, which has less angle on it, therefore comes out a lot lower, would land a little bit less in terms of distance and then roll the duration of the ball towards the target. So it depends on really what's in front of you, whether there's something to go over or whether you've got a clean path to the green or to the flag. You would choose the club in accordance. As we said though, the less lofted club you had, so more towards a 7 and 8 iron, the easier the shot will become, or say the greater the margin of error will be when you have less loft in your hands. Now in terms of the technique, setup wise, as we can see, very, very good. Nice narrow stance, very sort of comfortable there with your arms hanging down. Overall, a very, very good start position. And in terms of the takeaway now on this left-hand side, taking the goal club away nicely as we get back. Now, as we start coming back to the goal, but what we saw a lot of times was people trying to sort of slow the club down, take the power out of the shot. If you just watch your left arm and elbow now, how it starts sort of pulling and bending into your body. Once that left elbow starts pulling and bending in, you can see sort of a zoom in here now. This movement here now, you end up flicking with the wrist there, as we can see. So when you finish the swing now, a sort of very collapsed sort of left wrist position here now, creating this sort of cupping, and that was encouraging you to hit top of the golf ball. And we can see the golf ball now sort of just pinging across the ground there, and you see the contact there just catching the top half of the ball and the ball not going up in the air. Now the more we see a golf ball going low, the more this move often gets encouraged, because we're trying to get underneath the golf ball. What we did though is we've got a golf club, as you can see now, sort of extended up through the club you're using, up through the left side of your body. And now with that club sitting to the sort of underneath your left arm as you go back, it's pretty impossible now for your left arm to flick. So you can see now as you swing through, the left arm and the right arm continue to swing through in one motion. You can get that club to the bottom of the golf ball, and as we can see in this case, the ball is sort of popping up in the air and onto the green. So just practice working on how that left arm is going to work. If the left arm at this point starts stopping and bending in sort of upwards towards your left shoulder, the right wrist now will flick, and we'll see a lot more shots like so. And then when the more the ball goes on the ground, the more this move here on the left hand side, circuit round, the more this move on the left hand side tends to happen. So work on how those arms are going to work. It's just an arm and shoulder swing back and forth. As long as the arms keep moving, there's a lot less likelihood you're going to flick the wrist. Now in terms of Charlie, as we said, setup wise was very, very good. What he was also good at was judging where the ball was. What he tended to have was a little bit of a drop with the head and a bending of the arms to compensate. Now whether the head drop came first or the arm bend came first and the other one was a reaction to each other, we don't know. But ideally speaking, he wants to try to maintain his height with these shots and to swing the arms through. What he did very well, if you look at the movement here on the left as we discussed, his arm would kind of bend this way to try and get underneath the golf ball. What he would then do to compensate, rather than topping the golf ball, his head would go down to the golf ball, and he kind of learned over time where that ball was. In an ideal world, we try to have a bit less of that sort of compensation or reacting, and just try and stay a little bit taller with your head there and swinging the arms through, as you can see in your technique on the right hand side. So hope that all makes sense. Any questions, obviously give me a shout, and I'll catch up with you soon. Cheers, Jane.